Is your party leader still a member of UDA?
No, he's no longer party leader.
He's not a member of any party.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you can't speak on his behalf.
Can I respond?
I am his
Advice.
official party official. He is
Let's
not
hear
a member of
the
the
unofficial, then we come to the official.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once impeached, you cannot be a member. You cannot be able to serve in public office. Political party leadership in Kenya is
for a period of time.
Yes, for a period of until that impeachment is nullified. Now, political party law in Kenya recognizes political party leaders as public officers. Like she is a public officer, and therefore, following the impeachment, just the same way Riggy is not deputy president and cannot be able to run until the impeachment is overturned, he actually cannot be party leader of any political party. But be that as it may, I want to again go back to her argument that state machinery was used and that is why they lost elections. If the argument is as such, then they'll still lose the election in 2027 because the state will still be here. The state is going nowhere. So that argument is always counterproductive on itself. And then the question is always, where was this? Where state machinery had not disappeared in Emuru Dikir when they are now celebrating 30% penetration. There was still state machinery. State machinery had not disappeared in a ward in Kakamega that I forget the name, where they won the election. Kisa East. A ward is in fact the smallest unit, which is easy to actually interfere with because those are just 4,000 voters. So if it is a matter of state machinery, they are not even supposed to be having that ward in the first place. So the truth is, the better person who is organized for an election will win the election. All these other things, and I told you in my beginning that politicians will never run out of excuses why they lost. I was in government when we were losing by-elections, and we came up with an explanation. We told our people that, you see what, we want to fool Ruto, so that he keeps winning these by-elections and then surprise him at the election.
So you were lying?
You were lying to the people.
How do you call
the truth is, we were actually just lying and misleading the public. The truth is, we had just lost the election. That is the truth today. I always argue that politics is very simple and what you see is what you get. When the person leading by-elections today is UDA, be prepared that they will still win the general election. It is just as simple as that. And now, when you come to the question of us speaking from both ends of our mouth, which I hear and do being very categorical with, because on one end, we can't be saying that there is growth in the thinking patterns of the people, and then also on the other end, say they have been bribed. Sometimes that is insulting the intelligence of the very voter we are talking about. Because if a person who was your candidate, the moment they change their mind, you accuse them of being bought. The people who go to the ballot to vote, the moment they vote against you, you again accuse them of being bought. It can't be like that all through. And I've always been passionate about this because I was in government at that time.
But are they not bought?
You see, the question of being bought is a question that you must be able to bring when you have empirical evidence. Politics is the art of persuasion. She can persuade me today to join DCP. She doesn't need necessarily to buy me. It's a matter of persuasion. The moment we are on this show, Kenyans are listening to us. They are persuaded by the things that we say. Just because they have joined one side or some people have left government and gone the other side, it doesn't mean they have been bought. Who bought Irungu Kangata recently? It is not always a question of being bought. And so people should be able to understand that politics is the art of persuasion. And the quickest way you start losing election is when instead of fixing the problem, you run to mudslinging and trying to box the people who are doing better than you into a certain cage. That is the quickest way you always start to lose election. And again, I repeat, saying NHIF was not working is not an ideology. Saying that NHIF was working is not an ideology. Saying that you need us to go back to systems that were is not a political ideology. Because you cannot run on the basis of we are going to take the country back to where it was.
All right.
And I don't think that those were ideologies.